Hey guys, it's Chaos Dragon 49 here, and I thought I'd give you a little update on what's recently been happening, why there's been such a huge lack of content over the past few weeks, especially with some of the games that have come out and that a few of you know me know I've been looking forward to. There's been quite a bit of personal stuff happening, and I'm here just to sort of like give you a bit of information on what's happening. First of all, as some of you know, I now have a job. It's only a part-time job, so shouldn't be much excuse. But I'm looking at more hours, so that will probably take up a bit of time as well. So that will probably impact content that will come out. And some of the games that have come out don't entirely let you stream on YouTube. You can record it, but then it requires you to do a bit of editing, and I cannot be asked for a lot of the time. If I feel that it's going to be actually really good, then if I think it's actually a good idea, then I'll do it. But yeah, like with my Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 beta video that I did with Cerberus. And obviously yesterday I did stream the Killing Floor 2 beta with Charles. I also was playing it with Charles and Wayward, if you check out Charles's YouTube channel. Possibly the biggest thing that sort of prevented me from doing, not probably, definitely one of the biggest things that sort of prevented me from doing content. Well, a few weeks ago, quite a few weeks ago in fact, my mother started to struggle, started to really struggle to breathe. It was becoming more and more hard for her to actually catch a breath. That simple tasks. I mean, she already struggled. I mean, even though she does a lot of stuff already, she had more trouble than usual. A few years ago, she was diagnosed with asthma, and on my last day of my contracted work, which a lot of you know I was on for 6 months, last day I came back home and the house was empty. I thought maybe that they were out initially, but part of me was worried, so I tried to get a hold of a couple of people. No response. So I thought they either couldn't hear their phone because they were doing something or whatever. So I sort of got on with my evening. And then I received a phone call from my sister that my mother had been rushed to hospital. And they had her hooked up and they were running tests. And their first and biggest priority was getting her breathing stable. So it took them a bit, it took them quite a few days. But breathing eventually stabilized. Sorry. Then after that, it was cleared for her to come home, and was discovered that she actually had a blood clot. And that was sort of preventing her, so they were giving her stuff to get rid of it. And then after a few tests, the results came back and she had cancer. She has cancer on her lymph nodes just above her lungs, and that was the cause of her trouble of breathing. And it looks like that she didn't have asthma, she had this. So currently we're going through the process of working out like what kind of treatment she can get. There was a possibility of her getting a trial treatment called immunology, but my mother has actually been classed as too healthy for it, which is good in one way and bad in another. Good in the fact that she's actually healthy enough for them to believe that she doesn't need it. Bad in a way that means that, well, we're not entirely sure. Even if I'm gonna be honest, even the doctors aren't sure, because apparently it's actually small. It's actually not as big as they thought it was going to be. They are not entirely sure. She had another CAT scan the other day, and she's going to be getting the results in a couple of days. So, yeah. Fingers crossed we'll have some more information, but once those results have come in. As you can imagine, family's been sort of stressed out, trying to keep it together, a couple of few cracks here and there, as to be expected. It has been a bit rough, and if I want to be honest, I've tried to put on a brave face, and I've tried to. Well, my mum didn't actually want me to show so many signs of worry. She didn't want it to try and impact my life. Bless her heart. She should be thinking of herself. She's thinking of everybody else. That's just the kind of person my mother is. But it's clear she's scared shitless. She really is scared shitless. And so am I, if I'm honest. Hence why there's not been that much content out. I've been very worried this entire time. And I've had to go into work as well, and I've sort of kept things buried and tried to do me. Because there's nothing I can do. There is absolutely nothing I can do except try and support her and make her laugh. But yeah. I'm scared of... Though they say it's not as bad, it still doesn't change the fear. Hearing that word is... It's not good. I understand how other families who go through this feel now. I had a fair idea before, but now I really do understand. The waiting around, the not knowing, the not being able to do anything is horrible. There is nothing really any of us can do except support her, and I feel like it's not enough. I really do feel like it's not enough. I want to do more, but I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know anything. It's hard to really put into words how, like, what's going to happen, like, what the family is going to do. I don't know what my mother wants to do. I know all she wants to do is just fight this and get this done and out of the way. But I have been told some bits that no one told me initially, and that scared the shit out of me. No one told me that the doctors had originally thought and told everyone else. Because my dad and sister have been with my mum throughout this entire thing. I haven't been there. I've either been sat with my nephews, making sure that they're okay and looking after them, or I've been sat looking after my puppy Ellie. Because we don't want to leave her on her own. So I've not been told really much. And it scares me, the fact that they feel that they can't tell me. I got told that the doctors initially thought that the cancer was a hell of a lot worse. I can't even imagine what would have gone through my brain had I been told that. I can only begin to imagine the madness that would go through my mind. The fear that I'm about to lose someone I love. It's horrifying. It's absolutely... I wouldn't wish this on anyone. I wouldn't even wish this on my worst enemy, to see someone they care about go through this. So if any of you who do watch this or subscribe to my channel who know someone who has cancer or has been through this, please, if there's any advice you can offer on what an outsider can do, then please put a comment below. Please, I really need advice on what I can do. Supporting her, just being there, I feel like it's not enough. And I know people will say just being there for her is enough, but it still doesn't stop her mind from wandering. And part of me feels, what if she doesn't trust me enough to... What if she doesn't feel comfortable with telling me, and she's afraid of upsetting me? It's gonna upset me regardless. If I'm honest, I would rather hear from her rather than... Yeah. So as you can tell, I'm trying my best not to cry. If I'm being honest, it's kind of like this every day. So yeah, I do apologise for the lack of content. Hopefully there are some things planned in the works for the next few months. It's probably going to take a bit to get sorted, but I'm hoping that some things will actually happen, that I'll actually have the chance to go ahead with it. Yeah, so thank you everybody who watched this video. Please, if you're checking this channel out for the first time, I'm sorry this is the first video that you see. It's a really sad one. I try to keep my channel light-hearted and not too serious, because the world sucks enough as it is. So I try. So if you do want to see some madness and insanity, check out my other videos. Subscribe if you want to see more. You'll see when I'm actually streaming live, because it pretty much all gives you an automatic update. And check out and yeah. If you, as I said, if you have any advice for me, then please put a comment below. And not one of those ones where it'll say, and please, if it's advice saying she should go to a group, she's really not comfortable with going into a room and talking with strangers, she will, if anything, shut down. She will not talk. So any advice on what I can do? I know it's a bit selfish to ask on what I can do, but there's only so much I know or I feel I can do. So yeah, again, please comment below if you have any advice or any words of comfort that I can pass on to my mother. Sorry, Mum. She hates being called mother. She'd slap me. Although she wouldn't slap me as much as Emma does. Yeah, there is something actually in the words between me and her on that one. So yeah. Thank you everybody once again. I just sort of blabbed on a bit there. Thank you everyone. And as always, I'll catch you in the next video. So, stay chaotic. Bye!